The FOMO ruins us for making money. That's what I want to chat to you about today. Happy Monday. Just out for a walk here with the dogs, getting a bit of sun. It's not too sunny, but it's nice, it's warm. I was looking back, just doing a bit of accounting there last week, and I noticed some of my errors, guys, in my errors of my ways, and I try and share that, my journey and what I've learned over the years to help you guys, because it's better to learn from other people's mistakes rather than having to make them yourself, because if you make them yourself, you have to waste both your money and your time, and both those things are pretty finite, and if you can save on wasting them, it's really beneficial. So if you're new to the channel, what's the crack? My name is Dinny. I run Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company, and we help people to retire early by using Bitcoin, by creating Bitcoin pension strategies. We help people do it on the corporate side, so if they've got a business or a small business, we help leverage their balance sheet so that their company actually has income from the operations side and their balance sheet side, which is unlike 99% of other companies in Ireland and the world. They only make money on the operations side, so we're able to leverage both sides, and that's why these companies are able to work less and create more money. And from a personal point of view, we help people to do that as well, just to build their own Bitcoin pension strategy, so they're not reliant on the traditional pension system, which, if you were to ask me what I think of it, I would tell you it is a scam, because you take all the risk, someone else makes all the money. Not for me. Don't be fooled by the tax incentive, it's not worth it. Create your own pension strategy, you will retire early. Do the traditional way, you will not retire early. Nobody does. So, Jesus, straight into a rant on a Monday. Cheer up. What stops us from making money? And guys, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. That will help social media show you more videos that are going to educate you if you want to learn about money and learn about investing and learn about Bitcoin. Teach the algorithm. So the mistakes that we can make, and what separates those who retire early or have retired early, or who work less, or who work because they enjoy working, with those who are stuck in the rat race and still trying to find that next way of getting out of the rat race and making money, okay, is our decisions. It's really binary. Like, investing is so simple. Everything in life is simple. It comes down to a decision. You either take the action or you don't take the action. It's a yes or no in pretty much everything if you break it right down, and that's what I try and do when I'm making decisions, is peel things like that. But where we go wrong in investing, particularly in the crypto markets, because it's noisy, fast moving, and there's always new things coming along, it means we're always chasing, so we're always behind. By the time you hear about anything, if you hear about it on YouTube, you're years late, okay? At best, you're months late, okay? In that the smart money has already been allocated to that thing a long time ago. So by the time you jump on the train, you're late, and you're just hoping there's much more people who are even later than you behind you. And I've made these mistakes, and they've been very costly. And what I like to do is try and share it. You know, so typically when people come into the crypto markets, you know, they discover Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin is obviously a high price, whatever it is, whether it's €1,000 for a Bitcoin or 60,000, it doesn't matter. Whatever price you discover Bitcoin at, you're going to think it's too expensive. Why? Because there's these other, quote, assets that are a lot cheaper. Okay, and when people come into these markets, they don't understand how to invest, so they just value things on price. Price is all that matters, and price is the least interesting thing to me. You guys know I go on about that a lot. If there's a piece of crap on the floor here, and I find it, okay, and I'm like, I'll sell you that for a cent. Like, is that a good deal? It's really cheap. It's 1 cent. What if I sell it to you for 0.1 of a cent? You could buy loads of them for €1. But does that mean you're getting any value? Not really, like, you've got a piece of shit. But if I pulled out a €50 note and it says I'll sell you that for a tenner, and that's value. Because you're buying something for a tenner that's worth 5 times more. And it's what, 1,000 times more expensive, or 10,000 times more expensive than the piece of poo I offered you for 0.1 of a cent. So that's the difference between price and value. But anyway, so we come into the markets, we look around, we buy altcoins, we get wrecked on altcoins. Then we try and mine Bitcoin, or we try and trade mining stocks. It's all hard work. Like, I don't like hard work. You guys know I don't like. I certainly don't like hard work. Well, I don't mind a bit of work, but I like a lot of free time, and I have a lot of free time, and that's because I just like to make things easy for myself. Okay. I was looking at an old investment that I made back in the beginning of 2020. Bitcoin was $6,000 a coin, and I sold 0.25 of a Bitcoin to buy some altcoin. Okay, because I thought this is the way I'm going to get more Bitcoin. This thing's going to accelerate it, so I'm going to make more Bitcoin. So I'll probably get loads of Bitcoin for this if I sell a quarter of a Bitcoin. Now today, whatever a quarter of Bitcoin is worth, I don't know. You guys can Google it and tell me it's 14 grand or is it 16 grand or something like that. Who knows? I can't tell off the top of my head. But that great investment that I made, not worth that. And it's not worth 20 grand, and it's not worth 30 grand, it's not worth 40 grand. I can tell you. It's worth 2 grand. So with my great investment decisions, I turned 14 grand into 2 grand. That's me with my skills, thinking I knew something. You see, a couple of years later, I now have the experience to know that I know feck all. And I keep it simple. And this is why I price everything in Bitcoin, because when you price things in Bitcoin, you actually get a true valuation. And that is staring me blankly in the face that I got rid of a quarter of Bitcoin. Now, in fairness, back then it was only worth 2 grand. Okay? But I traded that for something that I thought would be worth more. And it wasn't. Bitcoin's been the highest performing asset on the planet. Different things pop up like mushrooms, but they pop up really fast and then they disappear really fast. So if you're a professional trader, maybe, and you do loads of work and you sit in front of screens, okay, and you put hours into this and you don't go for walks on a Monday instead of working and being in front of the screen, okay, maybe you can trade that thing and outdo the market. But if you just want the easy way and you want to go for walks and you want to chill out and you don't really want to do work, well, Bitcoin's the highest performing asset. It's quite simple. Own the thing, don't sell it, and accumulate more. That's not financial advice, folks, okay? That's just what I've learned to do over the years. And it works out really, really well. It makes absolutely no difference to your life in the short term. I had a fella message me there, you know, borrowing against Bitcoin. He's only been in the thing 2 years. I'm like, not a good idea. You need a bit more patience. Stop trying to get rich really fast. This is why I say it's a 4-year apprenticeship. You don't know anything until you've accumulated Bitcoin for 4 years. Because it took me that long to actually learn all the mistakes and understand really how to do the strategy properly. And I would say it takes most people much longer than that, because over those 4 years I paid tens and tens of thousands to meet and consult with the smartest minds in the space, okay, to do their courses, to get on Zoom calls with them, you know, to pick their brains, to go to the conferences. I spent a lot of money, so I was able to learn really fast. So that's what I say to people, it's a 4-year apprenticeship, okay? And the skill is to not get distracted. The skill is to not speculate, not try and outperform Bitcoin, because nothing's outperforming it. It's been the highest performing asset for 15 years, okay? So you can't outperform it unless you're in the 1% of the 1% of professional traders, which I'm not, and you're probably not, because you probably have a job, you're probably stuck in the rat race, so you don't have time to do that. So just stick with what works. Ignore the shiny objects, ignore all the altcoins. They're going to come, they're going to go. Play the Bitcoin strategy. Now, full disclosure, I do speculate on things other than Bitcoin, but I have the experience to do it and manage it. Okay, and it's risk managed, so that it doesn't matter if I get them wrong. Unlike back when I used to just think I knew something and I sold a quarter of a Bitcoin to buy some shitcoin that's worth feck all now, whereas a quarter of a Bitcoin is probably worth 250k in the near future. You know, that mistake will hurt, guys. But I've learned from it. Molly! Mum! So, guys, do me a favour, if you like the ramblings, if you get some value from them, hit the like button. It's good to see us on here on a Monday. Bitcoin has recovered, as it always does. Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down, but over the longer term, Bitcoin just goes up. Why? Because you can't print it, you can only create it by throwing energy at it. It's backed by energy. Similar to gold, but better than gold, because gold has an infinite supply and Bitcoin has a fixed supply. And that's why when you price everything in the world in Bitcoin, you'll see that everything falls against Bitcoin. And that's why every month I accumulate it. Okay, I save in it. It's my saving vehicle. I don't save in the stock market. I don't save in pensions. I don't save in gold. I don't save in property. I certainly don't save in euros or dollars or pound sterling. that'd be the worst asset to hold. I save in Bitcoin. And to me it's very obvious that by saving in Bitcoin, you will retire early. You won't retire tomorrow, probably not at the end of the year. You got to serve your 4-year apprenticeship, and you'll certainly be a hell of a lot closer to it when you do that. And the more work you do on Bitcoin, the more aggressively you're able to allocate to it, and it's quite simple. The more Bitcoin you own, the earlier you retire. That's the thesis. That's my thesis. That's my strategy. It's been working. We're in our 5th year now in Bitcoin With Dinny of helping people achieve this, and we've seen people achieve it. Not everyone wants to give up work. Some people enjoy work, and some people enjoy their businesses or their jobs. I certainly do. I enjoy helping people and talking about Bitcoin, and I've got a business in fasting, so that's another passion of mine. So, that's fun. But the amazing thing is that you don't have the stress of needing to work or having to work or worrying about money. All it goes away. Okay? And when I say retiring early, some people think that means mansions, helicopters, Ferraris, and it can. It can. But you can retire early a lot quicker than that if you don't need to have that lavish lifestyle. You can just find what's the minimum number you need to hit per week to enjoy your life. To go for a walk. This costs nothing. This is free. Okay? And that's why early retirement is much closer than you think. Lavish early retirement, a little bit harder, but just being able to get out of the rat race and enjoy your time, to spend it how you want with your family or doing things, closer than you think. And I think everyone can achieve it in a decade, or less. Certainly if they embrace the revolution that is Bitcoin. Okay, it's a tiny asset at the moment. It's going to suck in a huge amount of the world's capital. The majority of the world isn't allocated to the thing. They all need it. It's like the internet. It's like the internet way back when. Hardly anyone's using it. Everyone needs it. Okay, or the telephone. Hardly anyone's using it. Everyone's gonna. And they did. It's the reason why you're probably watching this on a smartphone now. Okay? But there was a time when people were like, I don't want a phone. I don't want people to be able to contact me. Now you have to have one. Now you have to use the internet. Okay? Cars were the same. Cars and horses. They took over. It's just when a better technology comes along. And it is a better technology, because I'm not telling you, lads, you need to learn how to be a brain surgeon. It's really complicated. I'm just saying, lads, all I'm doing is saving in Bitcoin. Okay? Now, fair enough. There's a little bit of work to do on that. And like, where do you buy the Bitcoin? How do you store the Bitcoin? That's all stuff where we come in and help. And the education of really how Bitcoin works. Because no doubt most people have all the questions of, but it could be banned, but government could stop it, but someone could turn it off, someone controls it, the price will crash. You've got to get over all those things. And there's answers to all them, and with enough understanding and work, you're very comfortable with all those questions in yourself, and you can answer them for other people. So, well, essentially it's quite simple, and everyone will do it, because when technologies are going to get adopted, they just make your life easier. They give you more for less, and that's what Bitcoin does to us people who use it. It gives us more for less. Okay, it gives us more of our time than the euro does, because when I hold the euro, it goes down in value, it buys me less things, and when I hold Bitcoin, it goes up in value and it buys me more things. Okay, and money buys you time, and time is the most precious thing we own. So ignore your skill, okay, or your challenge, especially if you're newer here, is to ignore the opportunities, because they will come thick and fast. And your maturity will be when you understand that and you're able to do that. That doesn't mean you don't speculate, but it's done a risk managed approach, as opposed to a get rich quick, here's what I'm going to do. It takes a lot more maturity and understanding to manage your portfolio, so that when you're wrong on the higher risk stuff, and the chance is you will be wrong, I was wrong in a lot of it, it doesn't affect your early retirement at all. And that just takes a bit of practice and skill, and understanding how to invest and manage risk and build a portfolio, all that stuff. Shameless plug, we teach you all that in Retire Early Club, or we teach you all that in our consulting. If you'd like me to build out your plan, you come and meet me for 90 minutes, and we make a start on your portfolio and putting it together. Or if you want Retire Early Club, you're stuck with me for a year. We talk every 2 weeks on Zoom, and every day on WhatsApp, and we teach you everything you need to know, because unfortunately, especially if you're new, everything you know is wrong. Everything you know about money is wrong. That's why you work so hard. And you're never able to hit your financial goals, and it's only going to get harder. And no matter how much you earn, you know, I have clients in my office all the time, 6-figure earners, and you know, life is hard for them. I'm like, 6-figure earner, and life's hard. Like, what's going on here? It's just a system, and unfortunately this system only gets worse, and that's why you got to protect yourself. Not only if you want to retire early, but you have to protect yourself, because this system is just going to continue to bleed your wealth, and that's just how money works. In that central banking, okay, your wealth is stolen from you because you work for it and someone else prints it, and my wealth is not stolen from me because nobody can print my wealth. The only way to create my wealth is through energy. The laws of energy are just the laws of math and physics, and humans haven't been able to magically create these or change these. Physics is just physics. Guys, thanks for being here. Hit the like button if you get some value, share this, and drop in your amazing tips on the next token that's gone 100x below, so I can sell another quarter of Bitcoin for it and regret that in 4 years time. Guys, Dinny out. Have a super day. Happy Monday to yous.